Oh, hello, this is Pigsy doing another video. Hope you're doing alright. So, dreams. I had an unusual dream. So last night I watched something and I think it's talking about wish list and about, you know, basically things don't turn out the way you plan when you purchase goods and stuff. Because there was turned out to be some other type of, you know, like a cheap good put on there and stuff like that. Which is fine, you know, there's nothing odd about watching that. And so I had a dream yesterday, and it was as if I was watching a movie, so I wasn't actually there. And it was really strange because it wasn't my life. It was somewhere like in the States, and I was downstairs in this dream. So whether I was sort of like just following the character around, but it was like a third person interplay, so I wasn't exactly this main character, but I seemed to be there. I don't know what, I was an observer, I guess. And but then I did actually act and do something in the dream to finish this character. So what I saw in the dream was a leprechaun. A leprechaun was in there, in this kitchen, dark kitchen, and I just thought it was unusual. As that I saw it, and I don't know if it said anything. I think it might have, and it looked a bit unusual. And I told this woman about it, and then she said about getting rid of it. I ended up putting this thing in a microwave, and it like turned to ash, but it had no resistance when I picked it up and put it in the microwave. It was just like a toy almost. But as I started coming to, it was something that was saying, "What do you wish for? What do you wish for?" And I was thinking, but it wasn't a part of the dream. So I'm wondering, there we go, it's the Irish side, whether I've been visited by a leprechaun, which might sound crazy, but there's so many different interdimensional things, and maybe my flat is of interest. We've got plants and crystals and some other things I've made. So the little people, the legends of little people. What I might need to do is research what are leprechauns attracted to, things they might be of interest to them. Let's see what happens. I might notice that if I make a wish, or a wish for something, whether it's fully achievable or not, who knows? Like, you know, if you wanted to wish to be wealthy, you might end up just with better opportunities leading you to the point where you're doing alright, basically. You might not end up like the millionaire or something. I mean, some people might wish to win the lottery, but they might wish to win £10, and that might be in 10 years' time. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a time frame. But I think the concern was that in my dream is that it all come at a price. The wish come at a price of some sort. And after he got microwaved, in the neighbourhood, things started reappearing that had disappeared. But then there was an event. It was a strange one. It involved this family there and a little girl. And the little girl had gone missing and some kind of abuse or something had occurred. And it was because whatever was wished for protected her from disappearing or something happening to her. But it happened so that she could become like, she ended up being a writer. She wanted to write some book or something, this girl. So something happened to her. And that's quite, you know, because basically you think maybe that the wish may have caused something bad to happen to the girl in the first place. Whatever this family wished for, I don't know, or whatever this being had done, and actually it probably prevented her getting abducted or something like that by some sort of some criminal. So I don't really understand the full ins and outs. And also, as you wake up, it's like something whispering in your ear, "What do you wish for?" And it's strange. I thought, my God, you know, because you're in this kind of half-trance state, somebody asked you what you wish for, and you're dreaming about a war, or and you turn around and say a nuclear explosion or a bomb or something. We wouldn't want to set that into motion. Something terrible. I mean, I know I've watched some things. Like I think I watched Wonder Woman without the wishes and stuff. The Wishmaster or whatever he is in that, but I haven't watched that recently. And the only thing connection to wishes was watching that application. Well, talking about someone was buying stuff and taking the stuff apart and saying was it worth what you paid for and that kind of thing. Yeah, I did have some studded buttons. I've got these studded buttons, and I fixed a pair of jeans with them because it's a make do amend society that we started to live in, and also for my project I've noticed people like throwing away they look like fairly decent TVs, to be honest. So I was thinking, well, what could we make out of that? I could potentially take the screen out, and that could be like part of a coffee table, and some of the wiring, some of the other things can be put into other devices. So I've got this ongoing project, and it might add some technology across, because normally if you source it out on the internet it costs you a fortune, but if someone's throwing something away, you've got like everything decent in it, then you just take what you want. But the only thing is you've got to know what you're doing when you take electronics apart. Like with TVs, they've got electrical charge in them, but you can dissipate it by turning them on, basically. Turn them on for a while without it being plugged in, and it should get most of the charge out of it. I can't see why it would hold a massive capacitor charge, but they might do for about 24 hours, 48 hours. So that's another thing, like the idea of salvaging stuff is sort of in my mind as well, and making good use of it. So yeah, so later on I think I'll look up sort of Leprechaun legends and stuff, try to make sense of what's going on. I mean, there are a lot of Irish blokes in where I live as well. I don't know if that's anything to do with it. Yeah, but it's usually with things, other attachments people have, like banshees and stuff, and I haven't been to Ireland, but then, you know, maybe certain things attract them in. They're attracted to nature, and gnomes, and being a sort of gnome class of being, they tend to protect rare earth minerals and elements and stuff. I think it's human greed that might turn against them, but if you're not of greedy, then I can't see it be punished by it. But yeah, these metal buttons, they're pretty much, after using one of them, pretty much disappeared. I might like pull back the sofa and find a little pair of little clothes or something, or a little boot. It's like borrowers. But yeah, I mean, if you were given the chance of a wish, something simple, a simple wish that you could measure, like whatever that might be. I mean, everyone might think, well, make a grand wish, but it probably won't come true in your lifetime. So or it'll play out differently in some way. Well, why does a being have to follow through with his wish anyway? He doesn't have to. Yeah. What do you wish for? What do you wish for? leading him out the garden path. I'd be like, I don't know. I'll have a nice burger, please, or something. Like, oh God, what have I wished for? Right, anyway, this is Pixie, and I'm signing off, and I'm having a great day, and so are you. Bye.